the worst governor in the union? Is that even a legit question? You know who it is. Let me explain. I'm Katie Petrick, and this is Healthy Republic. How very bad is New York Governor Andrew Cuomo?
I've dealt with a number of these cases, and let me tell you, you are probably the very, very worst.
You tell me in the comments, on a scale of he's just being a New York mobster monster to scum of the earth, where is that line? Also, share this video since, of course, we are demonetized. I guess forever and for always. At least people will see it if you share the video. But alas, if you haven't heard about Andrew Cuomo, you haven't been watching CNN, with his brother having a borderline incestuous relationship on the television for about 20 people in an airport to see.
Is it true that this was the swab that the nurse was actually using on you, and that at first it went into your nose and disappeared, so that in scale, this was the actual swab that was being used to fit up that double-barrel shotgun that you have mounted on the front of your pretty face?
He can shove that Q-tip up a different orifice and call it a day. And this one didn't age well at all.
False.
Do you think
False.
that you are an attractive person now because you're single and ready to mingle? Do you really think you are some desirable single person and that this is not just people's pain coming out of them?
I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
These interviews have a whole new perspective on them in light of recent accusations. We'll get to that in a moment, but we must first set the mood, if you will. For the past year, the world has been told to bow down to the mighty Cuomo, the one governor who has done everything right in response to the coronavirus. Except if you were actually following science and had a morsel of humanity and wanting to keep grandma and grandpa alive, you'd see right through that thick New York accent of lies. Cuomo was all about saying how New York did everything right and he should be hailed as a hero. Yet we've known all along that he underreported how many deaths he caused by shoving the elderly back into the nursing homes when they had COVID. It only took an entire year before the truth came out that the number of deaths should have been double what was actually reported. So of the 500,000 deaths from the United States, New York had just about 10%, with California having another 10%. Think about that for a moment. New York and California, those two states alone, make up 20% of the deaths across the country. But listen to the almighty leaders like Andrew Cuomo. He made a poster for himself showing just how brave he is and how much of a leader he has been during this pandemic. See, it's a mountain. And as Cuomo wrote on his official governor website, we went up the mountain. We curved the mountain. We came down the other side. And these are little telltale signs that, to me, represent what was going on. And then, for how he did so well with his daily briefings about COVID, he earned himself an Emmy Award. Let's show the montage, once again, of all of Hollywood praising Cuomo as being their hero, just to remind us all how much the media and Hollywood are in the pants of the elite politicians, and more importantly, so we can watch them choke on their own hypocrisy.
Congratulations, Andrew, on your much-deserved Founders Award.
Governor Andrew Cuomo, you are the man. What?
On behalf of just me, but my family, but New Yorkers, bigger than that, the world, thank you for your leadership. Because, man, I right out of the gate, you were there for us. And I go, oh, you're smart and you were honest.
In the darkest stage of the pandemic, your daily briefings live from New York gave us hope, gave us clarity, gave us the truth, gave us something that we were not getting from Washington, leadership.
In the midst of this storm, Andrew Cuomo became the nation's governor. People across the country tuned into his press conferences every day.
Was Billy Joel actually being held hostage and forced to do that? Blink twice if you need help, Billy. But oh, now how the mighty are falling. I'm guessing Don Henley is saying to himself, damn, my song has a whole new meaning. Somebody's going to emergency. Somebody's going to jail. Everything can change in a New York minute. We're finally at the crux of this entire video. Accusations start coming out against the hailed, now shamed governor as 3 women have claimed unwanted comments and advances from the governor. I think Alanis would agree. It was ironic that exactly 1 year ago was the first confirmed case of coronavirus within New York. And now his entire career is crashing down around him over his lies about the number of COVID deaths and now the sexual harassment allegations. And I know I said 3 women have accused Cuomo so far. It is quite possible that I'm already wrong. I mean, maybe I shouldn't even be taping right now. Did he get another accusation since I started rolling tape? It's a fast fall from the mighty perch he set himself on. Even little brother had used that giant Q-tip to put some distance between himself and his older brother. Although he's doing it in the name of journalisming, which he has not done up until the point where he would have to actually critique his brother. Now it's all a conflict of interest, he says. But just right now, this moment, it wasn't before, when it was all the incestuous COVID praise, which, by the way, is the real scandal that should be covered in all of this.
You're straight with me, I'll be straight with you. Obviously, I'm aware of what's going on with my brother. And obviously, I cannot cover it because he is my brother. Now, of course, CNN has to cover it. They have covered it extensively, and they will continue to do so. I have always cared very deeply about these issues, and profoundly so. I just wanted to tell you that.
Right. Unlike CNN, we will do a fact check on that statement. CNN has to cover it. They have covered it extensively. Yep, fact check. False. In true Cuomo family fashion, it's a non-apology, non-answer, wishy-washy, New Yorker kind of response. Lindsey Boylan was the first accuser against Andrew, providing details of a Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky sort of vibe. Andrew's own defense came after Charlotte Bennett, the second accuser, alleged that Cuomo asked her about being intimate with older men. But he said that she was a hardworking and valued member of his staff with every right to speak out. He said he would not provide further comment until a review was concluded. And then he promptly released another statement. Here's the BS in full light. He starts by saying he never intended to offend anyone and that he thinks he's being playful and makes jokes at work, blah, 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 blah. To be clear, I never inappropriately touched anybody, and I never intended to make anyone feel uncomfortable, but these are allegations that New Yorkers deserve answers to. And this was followed by an accusation from Anna Ruch of that inappropriate touching that Cuomo says he never did. Ruch said that Cuomo approached her at a wedding and asked to kiss her while also putting his hands on her face after already having put his hand on her bare lower back. So do we have any evidence of any of this? Why, yes, we do. Oh my goodness. Guys, who did this? I mean, it's not all that inaccurate, but you guys. Okay, here's the actual photo that was taken at just the right moment. Her face says it all, and Cuomo's face shows that, in fact, he is a demon of Satan. In the era of #MeToo, this is evidence to have the creep burn in hell, but since he's a member of the Democratic Party, we'll have to see. They are known to hold themselves to no standards in these instances. But New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio has jumped on the Investigate Cuomo bandwagon, along with a few other female state lawmakers and even a few White House officials and members of Congress.
I am shooketh.
I love her. Let's be honest here. The Democrats don't need Cuomo anymore after he fell off the COVID pedestal. They used and abused him like he seemingly did to these women and your grandparents. And when you are no longer useful, you get rolled over, and then they hit reverse for good measure. It's a Democrat eat Democrat world, and we're all just living in it. Pay attention, because it's about to get real for all of them. Oh, and again, if you could, please share this video. Until next time, stay healthy, America.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Most of you know our show is being censored by big tech.
While this makes it harder to meet the cost of producing the show, that's part of it. It also demonstrates that we must be having tremendous success, or they wouldn't bother to try to shut us down.
If you like hearing truth and common sense with a love for freedom, please join the Patriot Club with a one-time $99 tax-deductible donation. And you'll get this sweet vessel of joy as part of a thank you for joining the Patriot Club.
Etched with the American flag and the words freedom never tasted so good.
All you have to do is visit patriotclub.us and become a Patriot member today.
That's patriotclub.us. Thank you and God bless.